No is power. No is freedom. No is the weapon that separates the distracted from the focused, the overwhelmed from the unstoppable, the average from the extraordinary. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't serve your vision, you are saying no to yourself. And that's the real tragedy. Most people don't lose their dreams because of one massive failure, but because of 1,000 small yeses that slowly drain their time, their energy, their soul. If you want to gain everything you've ever dreamed of, freedom, success, peace, impact, you must master the courage to say no. Saying no protects your energy. Energy is your most valuable currency. Not money, not time, energy. Because without energy, time means nothing. You can have 12 hours in a day, but if you're drained, exhausted, and scattered, those 12 hours will vanish into nothingness. Every yes you give takes a piece of that energy. A yes to pointless meetings. A yes to social events you don't even want to attend. A yes to scrolling, binge watching, or gossiping. And before you know it, you've handed away all your focus, all your drive, all your fire. The most successful entrepreneurs, leaders, and creators protect their energy like a sacred treasure. They don't give out yes like candy. They know that every yes costs them. And so they practice the discipline of no. Because saying no to what drains you is saying yes to clarity, yes to purpose, yes to energy that fuels what actually matters. Saying no creates space for yes. Most people think success is about adding more projects, more opportunities, more responsibilities. But the truth, success is more often about subtraction. It's not what you say yes to, it's what you cut out. Think about it. If your plate is overflowing, if you're trying to do everything, you'll end up doing nothing well. Mediocrity comes from being stretched too thin. Excellence comes from narrowing in. Every no clears space. Every no frees up bandwidth. Every no sharpens your focus. When you say no to 10 things, you can say a powerful, unshakable yes to one thing, the thing that will actually move the needle in your life. Steve Jobs said it best. It's only by saying no that you can concentrate on the things that are really important. No is not rejection, it's direction. Here's the mistake people make. They see saying no as closing a door forever. As if turning something down means they'll miss out on opportunities or disappoint others. But no is not rejection, it's direction. When you say no, you're not pushing life away. You're guiding it. You're steering it. You're saying, this path isn't mine. That one is. Every time you say no to the wrong thing, you're making room for the right thing. You're choosing alignment over chaos, purpose over pressure, long-term growth over short-term approval. And that is not loss, it's power. Saying no builds respect. Think about the people you admire most. The leaders, the entrepreneurs, the visionaries. Do they seem like people who say yes to everything? No. They have boundaries. They are clear. They value their time and their energy, and they make sure everyone else values it too. When you say no with conviction, people notice. At first, some may resist. They may push back, guilt trip you, or question your choices. But over time, they'll learn something critical. Your time matters. Your priorities matter. Your focus matters. Saying yes to everything makes you agreeable, but saying no makes you respected. And respect lasts far longer than approval. No is the key to freedom. When you say yes to everything, you become trapped. A slave to demands, obligations, and expectations that don't even belong to you. But the moment you master no, you reclaim your freedom. You free yourself from people-pleasing. You free yourself from overcommitting. You free yourself from the endless cycle of exhaustion and resentment. Freedom isn't just about doing what you want. It's about refusing what you don't. And that freedom, that space, that clarity, is where your best work, your biggest ideas, and your boldest dreams can finally breathe. the fear of no. Why then do so many people struggle to say it? Fear. Fear of missing out. Fear of disappointing others. Fear of being judged, rejected, or left behind. But let me remind you of something. Every time you say yes to avoid fear, you create a bigger loss. You lose your time. You lose your energy. You lose your direction. You cannot build your dream by living inside someone else's. Courage is saying no, even when it's uncomfortable. Even when it makes people question you. Even when it leaves you standing alone. Because greatness doesn't come from fitting into everyone's expectations. It comes from carving your own. Small no's build big yes. Here's the thing. Saying no doesn't always mean massive life decisions. It doesn't always mean quitting your job, ending a partnership, or walking away from something huge. Sometimes it's as small as saying no to checking your phone first thing in the morning, staying up late when you know you need rest, engaging in gossip that drags down your energy, eating or drinking things that leave you sluggish instead of sharp. Small no's compound. They create discipline, clarity, and momentum. And over time, they make the big yeses, your business, your health, your relationships, so much stronger. The empowerment of boundaries. Boundaries are just structured no's. They're the invisible lines that protect your goals, your time, and your peace. Without them, you'll always be reactive, living at the mercy of other people's needs. With them, you take back control. Boundaries tell the world, I value my vision. I value my time. I value myself. And here's the beautiful paradox. The more you say no, the more your yes means. When you finally say yes to a project, a partnership, a person, it carries weight. It has depth. Because it wasn't automatic. It was chosen. No is the foundation of focus. The most successful entrepreneurs, athletes, and creators are not the ones who do the most. They are the ones who do the few things that matter most. Warren Buffett once said, "The difference between successful people and really successful people is that really successful people say no to almost everything." Think about that. The billionaire investor isn't chasing every opportunity, every shiny idea, every distraction. He's disciplined enough to cut ruthlessly, to filter constantly, to choose carefully. That's not luck. That's focus. And focus is born from no. Your life is shaped by the no's you dare to say. Look back at your life for a moment. The times you grew, the times you leveled up, the times you moved closer to the life you wanted. Chances are, those moments began with a no. No to staying comfortable. No to toxic relationships. No to opportunities that didn't align. No to habits that held you back. Every no you dared to say became the foundation for a greater yes. Now imagine what your future could look like if you had the courage to say no more often. The challenge of no. So here's your challenge. Start practicing. Start small if you need to. Say no once today, then twice tomorrow, then again the next. Say no to what drains you, distracts you, or diminishes you. Say no to the things that don't align with who you want to be. And remember, you don't owe anyone an explanation. No is a complete sentence. Every no you give is a yes to yourself. And that yes, the yes to your vision, your growth, your success, is the one that changes everything. If this video sparked something in you, carry it forward. Like, share, and subscribe to Motivation Arcane for more wisdom that fuels your mornings and transforms your days. And don't miss our last video, Building Your Success in Private. Why it matters, where we revealed the small daily actions that create extraordinary self-belief.